Can you talk a little bit more about the positive and negative ways that kids are using social media? Maybe this is Erin.
Yeah, sure. I think, look, social media, technology, all of this stuff, like you said, is here. It's growing faster and faster. It's not going away. And so I think our choice as adults, as providers, as educators is to sort of like get on board and educate ourselves or try to resist it, most likely unsuccessfully, right? So if we said on the sugar metaphor, if you have kids or you decide yourself, I'm never eating sugar, I'm eliminating it entirely from my diet, you may be successful for a while, but then you're at the birthday party and then there's cake. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a piece of cake. And then you're like, oh, I really love cake so much. So then it just spirals out of control very quickly. So I think understanding that there are good sources of social media or there's good stuff out there and trying really hard to find what that is and working with people that want to contribute to the good things that are happening. I mean, with kids too, we see our teens, a lot of their connections to the world and to their friends are happening digitally. Even if they go to school with these kids and then they're playing video games together at night or I have a 12-year-old daughter and she is on FaceTime every morning with a group of friends as they like do their hair and get ready for school, right? It's a point of connection. And we hear a lot from kids that we see at Upstreet in our practice that as a punishment when their phone is taken away, they're isolated and they feel disconnected. And these are often kids that are struggling with making connection and having friends. And when they feel like they're cut off from that, it's not benefiting. I understand as a parent the urge to be like, no phones, because they're so pervasive and they're all the time and they're everywhere. But reminding ourselves that there is good stuff out there and being aware of what the bad stuff is and knowing, I think we have to educate ourselves. I was at a training about social media and the facilitator was like, look, you don't teach your kid to drive without knowing how to drive yourself, right? So we can't teach our kids how to use social media and be safe and make good choices and be good consumers of everything that's out there if we don't know what it is. So part of it is we have to do it too. We have to learn and we have to understand. And it's a point of conversation. Like, show me what you're looking at on TikTok. Like, what is this video? I keep seeing all these kids dancing in the mall, or there's all these words that I don't understand the meaning of. Can you please explain what that is to me? And then you start using, I did that to my daughter today on a text message and she was like, Mom, stop. But like, it's like it's a connection point, right? It's you being interested in what they're doing. And I think then the hope is that when they're getting weird videos on Instagram, they're like, I don't know what this is about. Like they know that this is a safe thing to talk about, and you're not immediately going to be like, oh, social media, stop. Like it's all bad, because it is bad, but there's also good, and it's something that they're into. And so trying to stay connected to the kid and be curious about what they're doing lets you in. It opens the door and gives you some awareness of what's going on, which I think is way better. It might be scary, but I would so much rather know the scary stuff that my kid is consuming versus like the scary stuff that I have no idea, because then I can't educate, I can't connect or have a conversation about it.